Hi, everybody. As I mentioned in my top 23 favorite books of 2023 video, my third favorite book of this year was Matthew Perry's memoir, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing. Anna and I read this book in April, and my friends will be rereading it and discussing it in February. But I just wanted to add some additional commentary to the original review that I did with Anna, because I have some updates about this book post Matthew Perry's death in October that I wanted to share on this New Year's Eve. So let me just get up my notes again. So as I'm sure you can tell by some of my other videos, I have been having a really, really, really hard time dealing with Matthew Perry's death because he was one of my favorite actors. Chandler and Monica were my favorite couple on Friends. And what I wanted to add in my additional comments to my book review was basically how I'm doing post his death regarding watching Friends and stuff like that. So it took me about 3 weeks after finding out that he died to watch Friends again, and even ever since then, which was like the week after Thanksgiving, I have been having trouble really being able to enjoy Friends in the same way I used to, because all I can think about is how much he was suffering from his addictions through filming the show after reading his book, and secondly, some jokes or plot lines in specific episodes just hit differently, and I don't laugh as hard or have trouble registering original emotions. Like, for example, certain episodes have made me cry, but I guess I'm still having trouble processing his death because I cried the last time I watched those episodes, and I wasn't able to cry this time. Like, for example, a couple of nights ago, the one with the fertility test was on. That's the one where Chandler and Monica find out they can't conceive a child naturally. So when Chandler tells that news to Monica and they're like embracing and hugging, I really felt bad. I still feel bad for them in that scene, and Matthew Perry's acting with Courtney Cox in that scene is fantastic. But when I originally saw this episode, I cried for like 30 minutes after. But I guess it's because I'm having trouble processing Matthew Perry's death. But for some reason, I couldn't cry at all at an episode that really made me cry, which was really, really strange. And like, I've also been sharing fan fiction chapters of my Matthew Perry memorial fan fiction. That has been a way I have been dealing with my grief. And one of the first chapters I wrote was about the one where Heckles dies, where Chandler has his anxiety attack when their downstairs neighbor passes away. And I haven't watched that episode since Matthew Perry died, but when I was writing the fan fiction chapter, I was overwhelmed with so much emotion because I realized that Matthew Perry actually died alone, like Mr. Heckles did. And basically, Chandler's anxiety attack in that episode is about ending up like Mr. Heckles and dying alone and unmarried. And that's basically what happened to Matthew Perry in real life, which is really, really sad. And the other episode that I saw before he died that I'm not sure I can watch again is the episode where it's called the one where Chandler takes the bath, and it's the one where Chandler like falls in love with taking a bath. And at the end of the episode, Rachel and Ross announce that they're pregnant with Emma, but I don't think I can watch this episode again at all after knowing that Matthew Perry died in his hot tub. Like, I just won't be able to interpret that episode the same way anymore, knowing that's the way that he died. So we have also, in another way I have been processing my grief is making recipes from the Friends cookbook based on episodes that are centered around Chandler plot lines. And my favorite ones that we have made are the grilled cheese that we made in our class before Christmas break started. That is from the Thanksgiving episode, the one where Underdog gets away, which honestly, out of all the holiday episodes of Friends, that one is probably like the most boring. And I don't really like rewatching that episode because it's just dull to me. My favorite episodes are the one with the football, the one with the holiday armadillo, and the one with the routine. Those are my 3 favorite holiday episodes of Friends. The recipes that we made, the favorite recipes from Chandler-centric episodes that we have made are the kiwi pudding cups from the one with the baby on the bus. For those who don't remember, this is from season 2. It's episode 6. It's the one where Ross has the allergic reaction to Monica's pudding. So Joey and Chandler are tasked with taking care of baby Ben, and they leave him on a city bus and have to go to Child Protective Services to pick them up. So one of the recipes in the cookbook is Monica's pudding cups that she makes for baby Ben's birthday, and we really liked this recipe. It's really very good. And we gave the episode a B-, I think. The next episode is the bathtub fried chicken from the one with all the kissing. And this is the episode where Monica and Chandler have a romantic dinner in the bathtub. And also, that's another episode I don't think I can watch again because of the nature of the fact that Monica and Chandler have a romantic date in the bathtub and Matthew Perry died in a hot tub. So, I rate that. I don't know if I've rewatched that episode yet, but first of all, we baked the chicken instead of fry it, and then we gave the chicken like 7.5 out of 10. And the next episode is the Swedish meatballs from the one with the fertility test, the episode I just talked about with Monica and Chandler finding out that they can't have a baby. The subplot in that episode is that Rachel has a gift certificate to a fancy massage place, and Phoebe gets mad at her because she's worried that it's going to take away from the business of the massage parlor she works at. But what she doesn't tell Rachel is that she actually works at the place where she got the gift certificate to, so she makes a big deal about it. And then when Rachel actually finds out that Phoebe is her massage therapist, she basically finds out that Phoebe hates her job, and she encourages her to quit if she doesn't like her job. So we never actually know if Phoebe quits her job or not, but I really hope she did because she sounded like she was pretty unhappy. And I gave that episode an A-, I think. And the final Chandler-centric episode I wanted to talk about that we made a recipe from was the one with the giant poking device. This is the one, first of all, we made this dish a couple of times this year. I think we made it twice, and we gave it an 8 out of 10. The episode itself gets a C because, again, the plot line is kind of boring with them trying to, like, make the poking device to wake up ugly naked guy. And Chandler breaks up with Janice in this episode because in the episode before, the one with the race car bed, at the end of that episode, Joey finds Janice kissing her ex-husband in the back room of the mattress store, and he is afraid to tell Chandler. And then once he tells Chandler and the one with the giant poking device, Chandler and Janice end up breaking up with each other. So, I mean, I love Maggie Wheeler's acting and her portrayal of Janice, but here's the thing. Like, if she has a marriage that she's happy in, why would she cheat on her husband with Chandler? Because, I mean, that would probably, I would imagine, I mean, I've been cheated on before, and it feels shitty, so obviously Chandler felt really shitty in that episode after finding out that Janet cheated on him with his ex-husband. But she has this delusional thought in her head that her and Chandler are soulmates, and she goes on and on about this for, like, several episodes, and then by the time it gets to the episode where Chandler has to, like, pretend to go to Yemen to get away from her, I actually feel really bad for him because Janice just comes off as super friggin' needy, and she should, when I saw that episode when Chandler has to pretend to go to Yemen, after it ended, I was like, why can't Janice just move on from Chandler and focus on her marriage instead of having a hyperfixation on Chandler and wanting and them being soulmates? Like, it just gets kind of old after a while, that whole plot line of Janice thinking that Chandler and her are soulmates. That just irritated me. So yeah, thank you for tuning into this video. I just figured I would share some additional thoughts to my review that Anna and I originally posted of Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing post death of Matthew Perry. So thank you for putting up with all of my videos about Friends throughout the year and of reviews of Matthew Perry's movies, because I realize that this does not appeal to everybody. And believe me, starting at the beginning of next year, there will be a whole lot less content about Friends, because I will be redirecting my focus on watching other TV shows, watching other movies, we're also going to be reviewing more episodes of SpongeBob because we haven't done that in a long time. So there will be tons of new content ahead in the next month or so that is unrelated to Friends that Matt and I hope that you will enjoy and tune into. So have a great New Year's.